Hello. Watch the intro and then explain what's going on. Cora. I didn't get a chance to watch that there. Yeah. Anyways, I'm sure it was cool. But yeah, so We were doing, I went pretty much blind on this shit. I did, you know, only as much research as I could just to get, like, you know, the game's just kind of set up. Usually don't run into major regional differences in a way where it's significant enough to go out and look for, like, special versions and stuff. Usually I just would hear about that anyway, so. Interestingly enough, Ace Combat 3 is slaughtered in the Western versions. It was cool to play for a few hours of it at least, but I'm not going to finish that playthrough. This version is going to be way longer and have way more missions and all that, so I'm going to be replaying a lot more. So, yeah, I have a fucking route order here. Or not a route, a mission path. Also, I have a recommended order too. So that'll be interesting. Wipeout? Yeah, I still need to play Wipeout. Yeah, so this is like a whole ass fucking VN type of thing. So, I found some people. The point is, let me explain, I guess, what's going on if you don't know. Ace Combat 3, because of either weird sales and the amount of money it would take to localize everything, and I imagine people's aversion to anime and stuff like that. Normally is a 2-disc game, full voice acting, special cutscenes, anime cutscenes, choices, like 52 missions, 5 or 6 different routes and endings, including, I guess, what's considered like a true one. And then the Western one has like no story. It's like completely reduced down to the shitty blurbs that you couldn't read in time. Just generic, nothing voice acting, just poke you down, that kind of shit, right? 36 missions or less, maybe it's 32. And that's fucking it. It's pretty much just raw gameplay and you don't even get all the gameplay. So one of the interesting criticisms yesterday, I was like, man, you know, it definitely looks a lot better. I kind of like the heft, the inertia. There's a little bit more like, you know, when you're pulling up, it's like, whoa, you know, you're like actually like, you know, the ass is coming down, and a lot of cool stuff there. And, you know, they're really pushing the PS1 visually, but I was like, man, the presentation and all the story stuff still is really shit, even maybe worse than the second one. It's like, oh, that's like a huge place. They made a big stride. Because 1 to 2 is a huge fucking quality jump. And I'm like, oh, 2 to 3, it's an alright quality jump, but no, apparently it's actually pretty significant as well. So, good on them. We kind of see a little bit of the Western one yesterday, 2-3 hours. Contextless, kind of whatever missions and stuff. Now we're gonna get the whole ass thing. So this will not be short. I'm gonna try to save before all these branch points. Let me see here. The order that's recommended. Just to make sure we know what we're doing. Okay, I can just go in the order of the ending. Cool though, yeah. So I'm actually really excited to see what this is about. Full voice acting with like cutscenes like this is pretty rare, even on like PS1, right? You ain't pulling this off on anything that isn't disc based, but it could be pretty neat. So I can see where maybe they didn't want to like port this type of thing over, but maybe we'll find out what the hell the Electrosphere is finally. I was like, why is this game called Electrosphere? There you go. So first route we're gonna do is going to be the UPEO. Just write it out. It's like a VN, so there's like recommended route orders and stuff for difficulty and like building up of like the stories and stuff. So we'll pretty much not be diverting off. It might take us to like about what it did the last time. I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and get started on it. Yeah, I mean back then just having bogey down and like just raw gameplay probably would have been better for sales, but it's a shame because I mean a big part of what makes this game and what it is all the story and the cutscenes. I mean, because it's not like they just left the character or turned the characters into like generic dude bros. I mean, they could have probably done that or something and just got rid of the dubbing and just put like subs on, but like they like completely get rid of all of it. Yeah, Ghost in the Shell is another one with the Tachikomas. I'd like to play that one. I don't know if the Evangelion game had any. I think it's supposed to be horrible. I might play it before the Yokotaro's Eva shit. But yeah, definitely not combat. I mean, they exist for sure. Absolutely, they exist, but and a big thing like this, definitely not common. So let's get started on it. I'm only going to be able to do like 2.5, 3, probably 2.5 hours. Then I'm going to go hang out with my brother, my bud, his kid, little babby family. So we'll do that. And then I'll come back and do some more later. Likely. Put the account name Nemo. That's my name, bro. I'll rock it. We got fucking circle confirm now, which is totally fine. I just been doing X confirm on the Western version. We even have more HUD elements or more UI elements. Music's kicking ass. I am an ace pal by now. Absolutely not. Gotta compare all the games on the same difficulty, right? I am an expert control user though. Yeah, that was one. I was trying to think of what used this UI style. I was like, I think like Marathon rips some of this type of style. It's got a name, but there's like an old, like I feel like 2000s era, like yeah, maybe Ridge Racer has this kind of UI. There's a few things. I don't know if that's Spy Game. It's kind of like a 70s hybrid thing. The difficulty, and that they're way harder or way easier. I'd say these have been relatively breezy, but I mean, I'm sure the later ones have way more you have to like master.
ゼネラルグループの飛行部隊が緊張の続くメリトン地域上空で軍事演習を行いました。これは先にニューコムが発表したサンドバリー砂漠で行われるバイオプラントでの公開実験への牽制が目的とみられており、この行動に対しユーピオのクラークソン代表が今日正式にゼネラルリソースへの移管。
Power for Life, Newcom.
This is more like Armored Core. Now it's more Armored Core, actually. We see the companies and shit.
様の生活を支えるゼネラルグループ。時代の流れを皆様と共に歩みたいゼネラルグループ。
We
未
love
来の
general
環境を
group.
皆様と考え作り出すゼネラルグループ。今日も誰かと、明日はきっとあなたと。
この美しい戦闘機で無限の大空へ自由に飛び続ける姿をご覧ください。誰もが憧れる世界の治安を守るユーピオのエースパイロット。しかしこのパイロットが背負った運命を知るとき、私たちは言葉を失う。
A burden.
パイロットの
You
名
will
は
regret your words and deeds.
彼女は生まれた時からシルバーストーン病に侵され、
Silverstone.
日の
Kojima
光の下で
plot.
は生きられないのです。
She can't be in the sunlight. She's like quiet, bro. But different.
ゼネラルリソースの開発した最新の技術によって
Kojima ripped off fucking armored. Alright, he's coming.
新しい時代の新しい科学、特にエレクトロスフィアによる世界で目覚ましい成果を上げたゼネラルリソースの研究者グループが
Electrosphere mentioned in the opening salvo.
よく知られていることです。
Never saw it in the
そして
Western
彼らが
version.
宇宙開発への着手を発表した2032年から事実上ゼネラルリソースの緊張状態が続いているのです。すでにエレクトロニクス、バイオテクノロジー、ナノテクノロジー、あらゆる科学分野でもニューコムの科学者たちはゼネラルリソースのそれを超えているとも噂され、長年にわたってその経済力で巨大な権力を誇示してきたゼネラルの時代が。
ええ、はい。お休みの日ですか？公園で散歩。
Who drew this? It almost looks like Ghost in the
本を
Shell.
読んだり映画を見たり
Almost.
普通ですよ、全然。今こうしてパイロットになっていることがもう夢みたいな話ですから。ただ最近思うのは、体なんて人間にとって心の入れ物でしかないのなら、私には意味のないものだなって、いつも心で飛んでるんです。体には翼がないけど、心の翼が私に空をくれたから、このまま心ごと
She's gonna upload herself to the Electrosphere, bros. Oh, it is IG. Okay. That's
あ、いないのか。じゃあいいけど、あれだ。お前がどういうつもりか知らないけど、ユーピオで飛行機乗りでいたいんなら、パーク司令には逆らうなって。ま、クラークソン派の連中の言ってる平和的な解決ってやり方でこの世界が守れるんなら、最初からゼネラルにユーピオなんていらないんだし、どっちにしてもただの飛行機乗りには関係ないことだな。じゃあ次の任務で。あ、今度はもうちょっと俺のサポートにも対応してくれよな。エナやフィーのマニューバーのコピーばっかはやめとけ。俺の後ろはお前しかいないんだから。
I'm restarting Ace Combat 3.
追って伝送されます。ユーピオ所属の搭乗員は本日付で無期限の待機命令。まあ簡単に言えばかなり雲行きが怪しくなってきたってこと。じゃあ。
Communication interrupted. Receiving emergency broadcast.
ただいま入りましたニュースをお伝えします。
I'm a proud
ベー
owner
スパーク地
now
方
of
においてかねてから緊張状態が続いていたゼネラルリソースとニューコムが交戦状態に突入した模様
Tsukihime
です。
stocks are rising.
ニューコムからの公式発表によりますと、この攻撃はあくまでもゼネラルリソース側が行った違反
Thanks
行
to
為への報
one
復であ
sick
る
and
とのことで
twisted
す。
man.
この事態を受け、ユーピオのクラークソン代表は先ほど緊急会見を開き、治安維持部隊の現地への緊急派遣を発表。
Yeah, ballsy change up, man, from the last one. Options, maybe the save menu and all that shit's different, bro. Some of these, Sound effects. So yeah, for context, I guess if anybody's just rolling in, but we started yesterday the Western version of Ace Combat 3. Which is slaughtered. It's half the missions, no story, no voice acting, no cutscenes, no dialogue, no context, no anime, one disc instead of two, all that shit. I saw people, I was like looking online, oh, how much do I have left? And then people are talking about like routes, and I'm like, routes? I got like a 17-hour playthrough. I'm like, what are you talking? And this other guy's like a 5-hour playthrough, and I'm like, I started looking at it, I'm like, oh shit. This one got fucking destroyed in the West. I mean, I imagine what part of it is I don't know if Ace Combat 3 sold like crazy well. But I mean, Namco Bandai in the West, like, it's a lot of dubbing, right? That's gonna be expensive. It's anime, which is, people are afraid of anime, especially at this point in time. I don't know what the story gets into. People compare it to Ghost in the Shell, so I mean, if it's gonna get into like crazy transhumanism shit, I mean, maybe they're afraid of that stuff and they just wanted to go for the safe, hoorah, fucking gun shooting thing. But even then, to cut out like half of the missions, or at least like not just, I mean, you could keep the story, just cut the anime and all the voice acting, that would still be horrible. It's like, they just didn't give a fuck, man. Yeah, I mean, that would make the most. Yeah, Cactus, what's up? Yeah, so wild. I mean, you know, there's usually version differences. I'll usually hear about some of them when I'm doing this kind of setup, but I had gone in so blind on these, I hadn't heard anything about that. It was cool to play 2-3 hours of it. It's funny because I feel like one of my biggest criticisms was that it was like the story was somehow worse and presented even more poorly than 2. Yeah, at that point, it's like you're not even getting the same thing. Like, yeah, you get to play a little bit of the fucking actual game, but you're not even getting all the gameplay. Right? Just kind of fucked up. So, yeah, we'll be doing all routes. As I get VN, I got a route order here. I got a fucking guide. I have like a fucking, I'll show you my chart. We went from linear to this. We're gonna do this. We're starting with the left route, and then I'll go through the endings in letter order after that. That's what people say online. Alrighty. Cool. We'll have a little bit of practice since I played a little bit of the gameplay already. It'll be really interesting to see some of these, because yesterday I was like, oh, the environmental storytelling's kind of neat because it's like got a lot of crazy like near future sort of like oddball stuff going on, like bioweapons and like weird like mushroom kind of stock cities and shit like that. I was like, oh, that's neat. And you're going like space and stuff like that. That's all kind of cool, but there's like, it's all visual, right? So. Search engine, bro. About this fan translation. Well, we can learn about the lore, bro. There's a fucking tips menu, man. Lore menu. Let's go ahead and have a read. General resources is the big money. The advancement of el capitalismo. Corporate mergers? Bros. They said that Metal Gear Solid 2 predicted shit. Ace Combat 3, it's already here, man. Armored Core. And pretty much everything at that point was getting into this type of shit. Kojima gets too much credit. General Resource Group. Okay, so the rule of law gone. It is now about corporations. Originally into space exploration. SpaceX versus Google, bro. The new com is all crazy tech advancement. The new com sphere. Yeah, but I mean, this never came out localized up. This is a, or like translate. This is a fan deal that was finished a couple years ago, and I guess as people patch up here and there. Kind of goes the whole 9 yards. So it's cool. But yeah, this was kind of alluded to in the English version. You play as like a UPO guy who's like a supposed to be some kind of mediator between the giga companies and stuff. Okay. They've only recently started. Oh, the Electrospheres is here, bro. What the? Look at all this stuff, man. The lore about this fan translation. Thank you, Patrick. People who are neurally linked are connected to machines. The act of connecting a human brain to a computer. They got brains and computers. Production IG did the fucking proper noun overload. Not yet. But maybe that's because I already kind of have a touch. But I mean, I'm reading this. I'm going into the search engine here. So. I feel like the Western version had a bit more of like a proper noun overload because there was no context. This one spends some time trying to set the scene so far. Oh yeah. 3 rows long. It's fucking Cold Steel levels, proper noun blasting. Has the story been good though? Some of the early shit seemed alright, but I only saw bits and pieces. It's like they didn't know yet that they wouldn't be able... okay. They didn't know yet that they wouldn't be able to do their, like, 6-game plan, so I imagine they're not in any hurry in the first game. But I wonder if it, they still overdo it. Electrosphere, compound of electro and sphere. Image of the virtual space in a computer network. Like the internet. They're laying the bricks and it's interesting so far. Okay, that's good to leave. You said it's more movie than game? I really hope it doesn't completely shit the bed. And they rush into the other two. I don't hear much good about the gameplay, but maybe they can still do some cool story shit. I'm looking forward to trying it. I'll do Xenogears first. And all sorts of lore here, man. I don't have to read it, but I'm gonna. And the exposure syndrome. Protect themselves with special suit. Silver star. That's what she's got. Oh yeah. They never could get that quite right. But the length or flow of some of the stuff, even in like Xenoblade 3, is still kind of fucked. Brevity and all that, pacing, important. Eric Yeager. Gilbert. Commander-in-Chief of the Neo-United Nations. Oh, this is the guy who's taking a stand a bit more as a pacifist mediator. Yes. Sphere Broadcasting Station. Oh, jeez. In 30 minutes, you can just go all lore for 30 minutes. Fucking like few missions in at this point in the Western one. Such a crazy difference. I mean, the search mode's an option. Might as well get the whole context. Oh yeah. Like the Zohar, whatever it's called. I guess those things aren't... I don't know how copyright law works, but I guess there's just like certain things. Wouldn't some of that fall under the Xenogears stuff? I mean, I guess they know what they're doing, I don't know. Or just nobody. Square didn't do anything to stop him. The nanobites. That's what they are. Economic sanction. That's probably another thing too. The Western audience afraid of reading. Definitely not going to spend the money on like redubbing it. I mean, not that you wouldn't be reading in other JRPGs. Let's go. Archive. Are these like the videos? Probably. Ooh. Okay. Alright, well, I got the full deal now. I have to make separate saves when I get to the branch points. I think how it works is your profile. Okay. Your profile saves everything, even between different saves, as long as you're on the same profile. I don't know what carries over. Maybe it's just like mission ratings or something, but.
本日午前7時50分頃、ニューコムがゼネラルリソース側に対して大規模な軍事行動を開始した。我々ユーピオは両者の関係がこれ以上悪化することを避けるため、この行動を阻止せねばならない。なお、ニューコム側が警告を無視した場合は実力行使もやむを得ない。諸君の働きに期待する。以上。
I'm gonna turn up the sound effects. Hopefully that ups the voice volume. Yeah, it's already over, pal. It's over, bro. I'm catching up on my reading, boss.
本日午前7時50分頃、ニューコムがゼネラルリソース側に対して大規模。本日午前7時50分頃、ニューコムがゼネラルリソース。
Alright, for now. What? You start with two different fighters already? The Western one, you had like one shitty ship for like 3 missions. Awakening.
フランカーに乗れていいよな。
おしゃべりしない。攻撃を開始します。
Engage.
We have like other people with us who have like names and personalities and shit. That's not allowed, Rose. Have the MiG. It's like a, this is like a, I guess since this is like near future, not completely like far future, and you still get a lot of like classics. I mean, from what I played at the Western ones, you start getting some sci-fi shit for sure, especially when you're like in fucking space and stuff. Weird that you have less vehicles at the start. I had to do this mission with like fucking nothing last time. Oh, okay. Yeah, it'll be interesting that some of these seem technically old. Not that I know my my jet super well. But there's so many sci-fi things it doesn't matter. Yeah, it looks really good for PS1. With the voice and everything. I mean, probably one of the better PS1 looking games, just period. Even have like a pseudo like reflection of like the light on the fucking the water and all that stuff. Like I said, I mean, I've seen games that on a technical level look shittier on the PS2, let alone like art direction and stuff. Pretty impressive. Yeah, maybe. Who, was that Konami? Who did Ridge Racer? I need to get into a lot of those. It is Namco. Yeah, I would be surprised then. A time where Namco are on top of their game as far as fidelity, that's interesting. Not that fidelity is probably something you want to aim for these days considering the costs, but back then, you know, you'd make this in 2 years. Yeah, that was me. There's jet movies or animes or something that do like a cute little stall ball. That was my plan, right? Definitely not an accident. Yeah, a lot of the other things about this, the second one and this one is the dynamic like replay thing. It replays the whole mission with like special camera angles and stuff. Obviously it's not like a hard recording, it's probably like some kind of demo. But there's kind of cool stuff like this and some of the crazy recaps and all that. Like, I mean, not all the camera angles are great or anything, but definitely not something I can remember seeing on the PS1 this era. It's just kind of like a little extra thing they have here. There's a lot of little like extra bonus touches. There's some missions I was doing yesterday that look proper cinema from this replay view. I'm not gonna watch any more of that one, but
作戦の目的は達成された。今後も諸君の活躍には期待している。
thanks.
ついに始まったわね。ニューコムの出方次第ではもうクラークソン代表の力ではどうしようもないことになるでしょう。ここで私たちユーピオの進化が問われるのは必死ね。そうそう、君前と違った動きしてたじゃない？いい感じだったよ。あ、どうも。これはあなたに出す最初のメールになります。この戦いが続くのならきっとこれからはあなたと一緒に飛ぶことが増えるのかもしれない。今日のような飛び方なら見える敵をあなたが思うように叩けばいいと思う。それではまた。
Yeah. Hope you've made peace That's your gut. She said she wanted to leave her body behind, bro. We can help. Swat you out of the fucking sky. Yeah, I don't think we'll be siding with her first deal. I'm pretty much... I don't know, actually. I'm just supposed to stay loyal.
はい。ユーピオのクラークソン代表のような指導者は全時代的な政治家タイプと言えるでしょう。ゼネラルリソースによる有事や統一以降はですよ。経済の力が政治や司法を駆逐したこの時代で彼の行動は私にとっては時代錯誤としか言いようがない。
それではニューコムとゼネラルリソースの戦闘はこれからも避けられないと。
ええ、ただ私が言いたいのは。
あ、すいません、ここで CM です。
メディア。
あ、いた。伝えておくことがあります。本日付でユーピオの治安維持活動についての指揮全権がパーク司令に一任されました。これからはユーピオ特別航空部隊サーフのメンバーとして常にレナと共同で行動することになります。まあ彼女のようなユーピオのスターと一緒なら中継も多くなるし、下手な失敗はできない。
Oh, she's a UPO person. Maybe we will be with her the first thing, unless she like leaves. I don't know. Cause I'm doing the UPO route for starters. I'll have to start making route saves here at some point. On Paper Tiger. One of our first big choices.
本日未明、我が軍の偵察部隊によってワイアポロ山脈のニューコム軍基地よりゼネラルリソースのエアウェイに対して電波妨害行為が行われていることが判明した。このニューコムの違反行為を阻止すべく基地周辺に配備されたジャミングレーダーを無力化せよ。
Honestly, pretty ballsy too to have like a Ghost in the Shell-esque story where it's like very political and like just talking heads on like TV talking and shit. They're like, fuck it. Maybe that's only funky coming from like a Western perspective because everything was always so fucking like gung-ho action focused back then. I mean, everything like you see it here, right? They just remove it all. Yeah, I do wonder if they played a little Armored Core. I mean, there's a reason that the communities between these kind of overlap a bit. From what I've seen. I imagine stuff like Ghost in the Shell probably is what mind broke people. Then you start getting a lot of like people who are like pretty inspired by it. Like actually in video games, yeah, I was like, I remember they're pretty damn similar. It's so crazy going from like Armored Core 2 and Armored Core Ace Combat 2. Where it's like, I mean, maybe the Western version is different there too, but where it's like fucking the evil guys from the evil syndicate, you know, like Pilot Wings or something, are fucking doing a coup, brother. Let's go. And then they're like, here's a whole on fucking like thought out near future fucking commentary on capitalism and near future dystopian nonsense. Like 10 fucking tons of like story and dialogue. And if they'd always wanted to do something like that, they just couldn't. Or if there's just like some kind of new change. Yeah, which really sucks. I know that people like the story and the hype moments in the later games, but I don't know if they're like this. Or if it's just like cool one-liners and kind of hype cinematic moments. Like you look at like Wings of Thieves or whatever coming up, and that looks very story focused, but it's got a bit more of like a Top Gun meets kind of Japanese storytelling kind of thing going on than it is like a full-on like Ghost in the Shell ass looking thing. We'll see. The same world. Isn't Assault Horizon supposed to be in the real world or something? Uncertainty's gone. We'll find out soon.
Update target.
That's the odd one out. I'm like leaning my head. I'm like trying to resist the urge to like turn my head so I can see what I'm doing. Pretty much fucking constantly sitting sideways here. Easy peasy. We did this one before. But yeah, I wonder if this had done really well, if the trajectory of the series would have been way different. I mean, it seemed to have quite a run in the PS2 era. From what I hear is shaky ground until 7, but... Hopefully 8 does well. It looks cool. Hopefully it is good. Looking forward to that and Control this year. Where's the end of the year shit goes.
エキスポシティを発端にした今回の紛争は NUN 新国際連合所属のユーピオ特別航空部隊サーフを中心にした治安維持部隊の活躍によって沈静化に向かっている模様です。しかしゼネラルリソースとニューコムの対立自体は有事や全域への広がりを見せています。ユーピオのクラークソン代表が提唱したスナイダーズ会談の開催は両企業間での紛争を解決する糸口となるでしょう。次のニュースです。
Gotcha. Strange real, dude. Like it's real, but not real. Yeah, like it was cool before the gameplay and visual changes, but now you get the whole package of like pretty thought out story and world, and it seems like a huge jump over two.
彼らがパイロットとして活躍しうる肉体的なピークは若いうちだ。ただそのピークは人間としての精神的な熟練を迎えるのに比べてもあまりにも早すぎる。
いつの日か誰もが肉体の限界を感じるだろう。それは悪いことではない。ただその限界を超える精神力を持つ者はそれを口にする必要がないだけなんだ。しかし彼は肉体的にも精神的にもピークを迎えたまま世に名を残そうとしている。彼の名はアビサル・ディジョン。ゼネラル・リソースのエースの名を欲しいままに大空を舞う。
Ace of Walmart. The ace of human resources. It's a big boy company, I guess, man. My man's the top fighter for fucking Google and Alphabet. Google's strongest warrior. Oh, you want them at multiplayer in 8? Yeah, I mean, it probably depends on the budget, I imagine, if they feel like they need it. Maybe. Did 7 have multiplayer? Or is it more of like an Infinity thing?
Newcom の勢いは弱まってきたようだが油断はできない。そこで今後の展開に備え、ゼネラルリソースの部隊と共同の訓練飛行を行う運びとなった。実戦ではないからといって手を抜くな。
The mobility one if we're doing the weird sortie mission here. Oh, is there like PV? There's like co-op? Yeah, I keep thinking it's Division. Don't mean that. And the English it was Pursue, and I was enjoying it. He's young. Kino shots. Have any of them had co-op? Dijon mustard here. Oh, really cool. Okay. I would like to do the co-op. I wish Infinity was like something I could actually set up. But I don't know, it seems like way too much effort for what might not even work. Was there any single player to Infinity?
ドからマニューバーを読み取れ。
He's even just playing part of it. It'd be cute. It's just a shame it's offline, man. It was free back in the day. This guy's got the cool voice.
ゼネラルリソース領空内においてニューコム機による認可されていない化学物質の散布実験を確認。訓練を中止。直ちに現場に急行し、投下された落下傘コンテナを破壊せよ。
たくいい加減でお出ましときた。
ニューコムのトンボども。
タッチダウンさせるな。
Engage. Bullseye.
Up to you. I looked into them a little bit. There's some pretty long, like, step processes to even really get them going and joining discords and stuff. And I think it's pretty new, like within a few months. I figured that'd be the one I just wouldn't get to, but I mean, if people were interested in doing something, maybe it's easier than I think. I was gonna look into them again when I got closer. Along with trying to get G working on iOS, an iOS emulator. Which I should have everything for that as long as it works like advertised. Since you can't even play G unless you're like I have like a fucking iPhone 6 and I think it's delisted, so. Because that's the thing about Infinity is, I mean, I'd have to have a crew, so really just playing the single player would probably be generally enough. We'll see.
Newコムによる環境汚染を阻止できた。訓練飛行は無駄ではなかったようだな。
まだ帰ってないか。あ、おかえり。パーク司令から聞いたわ。ゼネラルのエースと渡り合ったらしいじゃない。かなり悔しいけど、君のこと認める。フライトレポートのデータを見ました。不思議なことだけど、あなたの飛び方って最近少し私に似てる気がして。あなたはどこから来たの？
Is our guy, our character, like some kind of fucking... We getting mind jacked, bro? Or are they just trying to suck you off? Oh, really? Yeah, it just seems like it's too far away still. There, yeah. We're fucking,
歴史は新しいフェーズを迎えることになりました。そしてこの巨大な海上移動都市メガフロートの姿は今やニューコムのシンボルであり、それは彼らの新しい力を我々に見せつけているかのようです。今各地で始まった紛争を事実上仕掛けているニューコムは何を求め何を望んでいるのでしょう。
I'm sure Newcom's just a bad guy. Propaganda. This is the GBS ran by Walmart.
現状の治安維持はできても歴史に新たな結果を残すことはできないであろうということでしょう。
聞いたが、今さっきフランカーと彼女のエンジンシステムがぶち壊れたらしい。しかもそれが整備不良のチェックやってた時のミスでだ。お前も整備には気を使った方がいい。まったくいくら最近出撃が増えたからってそりゃない話だろ。こんなことだからユーピョはハリコの虎だとか軍隊ごっことか言われるんだよ。この状態じゃレナのやつ当分出撃できないことになるだろうな。こんな時。
割り込んでごめん。出撃命令です。いよいよニューコムの連中本気で歴史を変える気みたいね。タイミング悪いけどユーピオの大スターは欠席。私たちだけで何とかしましょう。じゃああとは上で。
This is the mission where we choose ship. Yeah, I was gonna do the Xenia version of 6. If that doesn't work out, we'll whip out the old Xbox One and gotta get the physical version going and all that. I can find it all. I don't know how Assault Horizon is on PS3 as well. Those are always kind of weird. I had a lot of issues with Armored Core on those installments, but we'll see when we get there. The plan is to do that all, but hopefully they're not too fucked. Yeah. Those seemed within the realm of reason, possibly. But yeah, Infinity's too far out. Now they gotta skip that one. Alright. This will be our first big save. I'll do another save. Seems like there's just bonus missions too. Okay. So there's some missions you can do that just like skip other missions, but all good. We should be good for a bit. Yeah, from what I'm seeing, there's like some missions that'll just skip like chunks. And have like replacement missions for them, or just like, you know, you either get this mission or that mission, then they come back together. Thing is, we probably won't see all of those. I don't know how much I care. I mean, I guess we could literally do all of them. I just save beforehand. And then do the micro ones. So maybe I'll check that out as like a bonus thing. Then we'll reload and just have saves set for like the big choices. Generally, we're not going to have to worry about too many choices for a bit. But yeah, like there's this like choice when you're on the new path that's like you replace like 2 missions with like this other mission, so some of them are just for like sucking ass. We'll see. I don't want to demystify the story too much by being too attached to like knowing when the choices are, but we kind of got to plan it out. Otherwise, we'll be replaying the whole game from scratch every time. United States of Eurasia. Connecting a pilot's neurons directly to a computer. They're coughing, dude. They get the mind connection, the back connection here. Guy's name is fucking Abyssal, dude. Beast. Kind of Abyssal boil, dude. Yeah, you should be in fucking the scramble. Alright, let's make another save. Need to be careful about mindlessly saving everywhere. Maybe I'll just have my one save be my safety save that I just use all the time, and then 2 and on will be route saves. Yeah, plan is when we first go through a route, I guess if there's any like bonus missions, like quick ones, we'll do those. Just check them out, because I shouldn't be coming back through some of these if I save right. I could, yeah, true. I mean, worst case, I just replay them, but we should be fine here. I got the VN experience, right? So we'll leave 2 as my normal save, or my route save. We'll reload and do the bonus mission 8 once we get to it, and then we'll make another hard save. And then we'll just coast through the route until we go back to see the other ones. Ride those.
海上移動都市メガフロートにニューコムの機動艦隊が集結しつつある。ニューコムの体制が整う前にこれを叩く。なお、メガフロートには多数の民間施設が、また港湾区画には民間船舶が存在する。作戦遂行にあたり、これらへの被害を極力避けること。
Our choice here is just to stay loyal. If the Armored Corps had this too, where you could choose different missions and sort of get different endings and stuff. It was all like corporate factions and shit. cool deal. Obviously, the story in this is a bit more robust than Armored Core. Like full-ass cutscenes and stuff. Cool smoke cloud. Yep. Good as time as any to do a series playthrough for sure. New one looks cool. Get through almost all of them. The live service Infinity game, not so easy to do, so probably won't do that. But. There was an Independence Day game. I did not know that. No, I have not played it. I mean, I've watched the movie a bunch, but... yeah, I imagine it has to be fucking horrid. Is it like funny, man? That's interesting. I never heard of it.
Update target. Warning, missile alert. Caution, damage. Bullseye.
That's neat. I'll have to look into that though. Like Independence Day is like just shitty fun. Can't imagine a fucking license game for it. It's anything other than ransom. PvP, yeah. Oh, I mean, as a kid for sure. You throw aliens versus anything in there, that's probably enough to keep it fun, right? This guy doing? I'll try to head him off a bit. Yeah, really, I can't think of many like jet games or anything at this point in time I would have played, even in the gen after. And really your Ace Combats and stuff are kind of the king unless you're on PC, and then you had a bit more Sims and stuff like that. But I played some mech games with like joysticks back then, but not many jet games, flight games. I mean, nowadays you get flight mixed into all sorts of other stuff, even like your GTAs and shit, but some good indies that do it. There's like rail shooters and stuff, but they're obviously not like the same.
現在作戦遂行中の全機に伝える。クラークソン代表の停戦交渉により、ニューコムとゼネラルリソースの間に停戦協定が結ばれた。全機攻撃を中止し、帰還せよ。
どうにも間の悪い話じゃないか。ここでの停戦など老人どもが決めたまやかし。時代はすでに変化を望んだ。そう思わないか？
ディジョン、
一度しか言われた。お前がこの世界で何かをしたいのなら、ユーピオはただの階段に過ぎない。もしその気があるのなら、このままゼネラルに来い。その勇気がお前にあるのなら、私が新しい道を作る。
ゼネラルのエース、気でも違ったの？ねえ、これ合わないよ。
こいつを移籍させる気か。危険だ。
危険のない賭けなど。サーフのエース、どうする？ゼネラルに来るか？
Maybe next time, bro.
あなたはユーピオのパイロットなんだから。
そうか。残念だ、サーフのエース。
冗談。何を言ってんだか。空母に着艦するわよ。
Landing.
Yeah, Star Fox, but I mean, shit, that barely has any like the simulation stuff. It's definitely more like a real shooter. Yeah, that's as close as I get to at that point in time. The ace, man. Imagine he offers that. He's like, hey buddy, you wanna fucking join up? And you're just like, God, can't land the thing. Hey, it's an aircraft, it's not easy, it's not easy. I could turn on the autopilot, but we gotta land there. It might not be as strict as Armored, or as I keep saying Armored Core. Ace Combat too. Oh yeah, that's definitely not. I did one of these in the Western version of this game. We played for like 3 hours. The fucked one. Ace Combat 2, you have to like actually use it as like a runway and it's fucked. Yeah. You getting the whole collector's edition and shit, Slimy? For GTA. Your extra shops. No. PC won't come out for, I'm sure, at least a year later. They get their double dip. It doesn't even come with GTA Online. I won't be playing it on launch. I can't rent it. There's no physical disc. And I'm not caring enough to buy it on PS5. Unless I fucking win the lottery by then, I'm good. Yeah, they do it every time now. You get the double dip. You just spend more time doing the ports. Have even more big, like, media moments kind of split up over time for online and all that. I mean, I don't know if it makes them more money necessarily, maybe. Probably. Helps Sony too. I mean, it's a double dip. You'll just buy them on both. GTA Online, yeah. I mean, 5's probably a different story. I imagine it's still more, of course. Otherwise, they would do PC first. I mean, consoles, I'd imagine a little easier to like optimize for, but I mean, they're so big. I doubt that's a big thought they have to put in at all, especially for how many delays they've had. Really, I can only imagine it being a double dip thing. Or a possible, like, kind of delayed marketing deal. I have, like, another big hype moment for GTA Online. Everything's weird with GTA because they could just do shit like that. Like, it's so big, it's like they don't have to worry about, like, timing all the big stuff. Like, it just creates its own atmosphere, its own gravity well. Like, you could do double dip because it's GTA. They could just do that, yeah. Like, whatever. Yeah, it's November 11th? Something like that? 14th? Mid-November. Triple dip. I mean, it works, and then, I mean, they don't even make that much money off of that compared to the GTA Online, but I mean, whatever, it's extra money. What else has 2K got these days? Yeah. Are we gonna get to talk to Clarkson?
彼は危険だわ。それにこんな紛争長く続くはずがないし、そのためにユーピオがあるんだもの。
Oh, I appreciate that. It's all good, bro. You don't gotta do all that. I do have PS5. No pro though. I don't know how many people have the pro. Truly, the game will run fine on a PS5, right?
そして宇宙開発への積極的な着手によって確実な力を生み出していった。
このメールはサーフのメンバーにのみ送信されている。注意して聞いてほしい。昨日の協定は現時点で破棄された。我々の得た情報によると、すでにゼネラルは協定の隙を突き、ニューコムを一気に攻めるようだ。クラークソン代表が心血を注いだ協定をこのように無視した暴挙は、ユーピオとして見逃すわけにはいかない。そこでサーフの出番となる。今まで以上の活躍に期待する。
まったく指令らしいやり口じゃないか。もともとユーピオはゼネラルの下請けみたいな仕事ばかりしてたくせに、そのくせニューコムにもいい顔はしておきたいんだってことだろ。なあ、本当の戦争屋はどこにいるのかってことを俺たちもっと考えた方がいいのかな。
Eric's revving up to leave, man. Heavily rumored target unlocks 30 FPS at dynamic 4K. Ugh. Can I just play like 1080, bro, with like 60? I can't even fucking see the game over 1080p because I run it through a fucking like old ass Elgato. I don't know if it like pass throughs like 4K. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, will it be as bad as like Cyberpunk? I don't know. I doubt it's gonna be like perfectly smooth though. Yeah, I'll probably be shit. Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting to play and see though. Something to talk about. Maybe people are just gonna talk about it like non-stop for like months or forever, but fucking nuclear moment. I'm curious how it affects AAA in the future. I mean, AAA's dying. It's fucking half fucking dead already. It's like a zombie. I don't think GTA is really gonna like revitalize anything there. If anything, it'll just like make other AAA endeavors probably look more budget, more weak or something, as far as like the Fidelity arms race goes. Yeah, I was gonna ask how your baby was. My buddy just had his baby too. I'm about to go over and hang out. Thank you very much again, buddy. I'll catch you around. Huge baby? Yeah, my buddy's baby's like 90th percentile tall. She's like a fucking Amazon. Big babies these days. Big baby. Yeah. She got it from you, right? Or he got it from you. Gonna graduate a big Giga Chad like his father. You're like what, 8 feet tall? Pure muscle, right? 300 pounds of pure muscle. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, sorry to break your lyric. Enjoy the kiddo. Defend Newcom. I mean, it's not really a peacefire, or ceasefire, ceasefire. If fucking one just immediately starts blasting the other guy like 2 seconds later. I mean, even if we defend one, I mean, at that point you're just trying to punish the aggressor. That's so awful. No, it's actually part of the Assassin's Creed and Armored Core cinematic universe. Or was it the Animal Crossing cinematic universe? Yeah, this is... You don't know, but in the new Animal Crossing you can actually just fly jets and shoot people. Somebody missed the days of that kind of rumor. If you like run around something 30 times or look under the truck or fucking jack yourself off within 30 centimeters of the disc, it'll like an entire new game will spawn or whatever. Nowadays, I mean, there's like weird rumor shit like that, but it's so easily, I feel like people are, you know, catch that so immediately, or it's so obviously bullshit or easily proven wrong. Those kinds of like goofy myths don't exist anymore. The missing no under the truck, or Mew under the truck, or whatever type of shit. Yeah. Miss the days of fun propaganda, guys. The good old days. Or not propaganda, fun misinformation. I guess it's a similar thing. Propaganda feels a bit more nefarious when it's just somebody lying about Mew. There shouldn't be any bonus stuff on this mission. Next mission though, we'll have 2 options. We'll do both of them. They require you to fail. We'll do the one where we don't fail second. Holy shit. Is this true? Chat GPT, is this true? I can't fact check it. Not the worst thing not to have. Coming way too hot. Playing grab ass with me. Ape Escape. I mean, this game's got similarities to Metal Gear, which has similarity or has a crossover with Ape Escape. So, I mean, in a way, that's close enough. Right? In a sick and twisted. Fuck right. I haven't played Ape Escape in a while. I loved them, but I don't remember the music well enough. I always remember the Ape Escape music being more just like happy-go-lucky. Did it have some kind of like drum and bassy stuff? Maybe I need to get a re-listen. I wish that series still existed, but I mean the charm was the whole thing, really. So I don't know if they'd still be able to pull that off these days. Oh wait, apparently you can just do every one of these missions. I don't have to change anything at all. Yeah, I think it was something more of the late 90s and stuff. I really like the sound. A bunch of soundtracks had like all these like different genre fusions and like drum and bass and stuff like that. I mean, like Bomberman Hero had like drum and bass and stuff. It's cool. Like Ace Combat 2 had like full on like 60s, 70s like funk in it and stuff. I mean, obviously you still get really great soundtracks in the indie world these days, but as far as like big budget stuff goes, it's a lot more sterile usually. Yeah, I've played them all before, yeah. Except the PSP game? I think there's a PSP, like Ape Academy or some shit. They're great, I just don't remember the music well. Must play games for sure. Oh, is it okay? Everybody's doubting. Everybody's doubting. Yeah. Yeah, one of the first, if not the like one of the launch things for dual stick. Ace Combat 1 was D-pad only.
命令を伝えます。不審な航路で索敵中のゼネラル偵察機を捕捉追跡します。今回は敵機少数での確認任務のため、私とあなただけでとのことです。あ、これは久しぶりに飛ぶ私のリハビリってことみたいです。なのでよろしくお願いします。
Yeah. I'd be interested to go watch all the old advertisements and marketing around Rumble too. 'Cause I think, did the N64 always have it? You just put in this huge brick. It was so uncomfortable. It was just this massive brick for Rumble. I imagine that Sony didn't want to be like one-upped on that, so made a version with Rumble, which just kind of makes sense. Definitely a more elegant controller. Even if I tend to not prefer the DualShock layout these days, I definitely would prefer it over the N64. Fucking, the Trident. The big dick in the middle. Big dicky. Sec here. I want to redo the mission, so I'm gonna find out so we can do all the missions. Oh, we can do the. We have to find like a hidden base or something. Yeah, I imagine so. Ghost of the Path. Here. And discovering the hidden base is just waiting for this guy. It's just like the normal version of this. I guess if you kill him or something. Let me double check here. Huh. Interesting that you can branch out of this. Oh, that's when my PS1 was giving us some family friends capture injections after I moved to PS2. Is there Gigaport? Oh, yeah. I would lend games back in the day, but I luckily got them all back. I don't know if all of my stuff still works. I mean, some of it's kind of sitting around unused for a while. Funny enough, people lent me some stuff, and it was around the time where we would be getting out of like high school, so they just disappeared. So I have like some extra copies of like Final Fantasy VII and like Chrono Cross and all that stuff. It's donated. Oh, gotcha. That's cool though. Yeah, I'm sure it'd be cool if you could get those back somehow and then just like donate money or something instead. But that's make-believe scenario. Where they went to good use.
この侵入した偵察機を追跡しろ。なお、上空はレーダー網が張られている。高度には十分注意せよ。
Yeah, I mean, as a kid, that's to you. That's your stuff. It's you have the most like physical attachment to it. But yeah, I got you. At the end of the day, they can if they want it, especially if you had a PS2. I mean, the thing is, PS2 is backwards compatible, so I mean, you could definitely justify it. As long as they didn't get rid of your games, but nowadays, as like enthusiasts and collectors and people who are into the tech and all that, it'd be nice to have, but it's totally, yeah, like a reasonable thing. Some of these planes weren't even in the Western version, dude. Like the Astrozoa, I didn't have this yet. This one's already got way more planes and we've done way less. Okay, so they were still thinking about... They still kind of understood how the whole deal worked. Man, this thing's attack and defense. Crazy. This mission's gonna feel different. This one was a pretty like lazy, just coasted for most of it. I assume she's gonna be talking through most of it. It's the difference here. It's a canyon run, but it's not like a super crazy canyon run. Like Reina's got some shit going on, bros. Mentally, there's some funky technology shit probably going on, but we'll find out. The electrosphere. Yeah, the PS1 with the fucking jiggle polygons everywhere. That's one thing that the N64 definitely had over it for me. Is he counting? What is she doing? He's mentally sound, guys. Yeah, the jiggling polygons. There's a certain charm to it for sure, but I imagine, I mean... Yeah, I think it adds some charm to it. I mean, I like to keep it somewhat like, close to historical, you know, just obviously a little... We're not playing on like a fucking CRT or anything, I mean, it's gonna be a little touched up, but... Never gonna be truly the same, but that's a thing I don't mind for sure, but yeah. Definitely get rid of it. It's kind of a cute thing, because you'll see some indies try to recreate the jiggling polygon thing. I don't even know exactly the tech that made it this way. It's kind of cute. N64 everything was definitely more solid, but I mean obviously PS1 was a more graphical powerhouse and audio. Powerhouse. That was one definitely nice thing on the N64.
Caution, hold down. 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 Bullseye.
Yeah, imagine almost none of the actual missions gameplay has changed. They were trying to be cheap, they're gonna leave the missions intact.
Caution, hold down. Caution. Cool down.
This isn't the base we went to before. I wonder what makes him change which direction he goes. Pretty sure it's the one on the far right.
その場所はゼネラルリソースの極意開発施設と判明した。攻撃してくるようなら反撃し制圧せよ。
Clear to engage. Damage. Bullseye. Mission accomplished.
This one graphics card can only do integer numbers for the vertex positions, so no fractions. Because this is lose accuracy hence the wobble. Cheaper fraction compute, hence why they did it. Makes sense. I mean, I let them probably make more ballsy, intensive games then. I see. So everything moves within like a fixed error range then, because I mean, you can't get too crazy. Just losing the fractions. I think that's why every game feels like very flush or very similar in how the jiggle works. You don't see any game like fucking like hyper jiggling, I don't think. Or I mean, maybe you could, but it's usually about the same kind of look in all of the games.
あの場所には私のビジョン
Vision.
私のとても大きな
Orange, black, wait, like that. Yep.
ナイト・レーベン
What's she talking about, bro?
あの施設にはいずれ査察団が派遣されるだろう。
今日は私のリハビリに付き合ってくれてありがとう。あと何かあそこにあった何かが私を呼んでいた気がしてごめん。でももしかしたらまたあなたに相談するかもしれない。
I'm just such a fucking likable guy, man. Everybody wants to talk to me. I don't talk back. Maybe that's what they like. Would be good to save over this. The next mission will have to be less nice, but yeah. Oh. That was that one guy, man. Mr. Dijon Division Mustard or whatever. Congratulations, right now.
Filed July 21st, 2032. Location General Resource. Doe Development Facility. Sound data missing.
Is this just our guy Googling this shit?
聞いた後に
Or are we getting like sent shit?
もしも反対したとしても何も尋ねないで誰にも言わないで 黙っていてほしいんです。それがとても都合のいい話なのは自分でも分かっています。でもそれでも他に頼める人も相談できる人もいないから。聞いてください。それは私にとって生きる意味と同じぐらい大切なもの。ナイトレーベン、それを探しに行きたいんです。前回の作戦で私たち2人が偶然発見して、あなたが破壊してしまった施設に関係があることです。今はそれだけしか言えません。でも一緒に来てほしい。もちろんこれは無断行動で規約違反。それを知った上ででも来てほしいんです。
She either needs to meet more people or our guy is an absolute fucking charisma god. I imagine she's got a little bit of a stunted social thing going on, being like a fucking seemingly human experiment with some Evangelion issues here, but yeah. I don't know if this will affect things. I'm supposed to kind of give her the big fuck you in this mission, I think, and then I get a different mission, but then I still get the mission after it, so maybe it doesn't actually matter. I think the big decision's the one after that. Unless I have to do one of these. They don't fall back in on each other. Maybe you don't get the option if you don't do this. I don't know. It shouldn't hurt either way. I'll make a separate save just in case. Would just be bonus missions, honestly. Could save these like micro ones on a different deal. Let's catch up. You're not authorized. See Night Raven. Gonna be beefy. I like my F-16. Let me stand with you guys an extra hour. Delay our plans a little bit.
Cleared for takeoff.
不在だ。匿名の犯行声明による事件が発生した。直ちに帰還せよ。
ごめんなさい。私は行きます。今ならまだ戻れます。大丈夫。気にしないで。一人で大丈夫だから。
Oh, you use at the beginning here.
Inside.
Let's go see this one, then we'll join with Rena. So you don't even get to see the mission otherwise. Now, if that just leads into... Oh, no, wait. Fragile cargo is its own here. I guess we can see this fragile cargo mission. And then go back.
さてさて、このメールが送信された全ての諸君に対し、ここで一つ断っておくことがある。この飛行船には殺傷能力の高い細菌兵器を満載しておいた。そう、今後我々の行動を邪魔しようとする輩にはいつでもとっておきのプレゼントをお届けする準備はしてあるという意味だよ。そのぐらい理解していただけるだろうね。しかしそれ以上お前たちは考えるな。ただ見ていろ。この誰もが知っている欲によって腐りきった世界に向けて我々が行おうとしている崇高なる目的とそれに至るまでの行動と意味について何も知る必要などないぞ。どうだ、この方がワクワクするだろう。お前たちが我々の意味について考え何がしかの推測をするのではないかと思っただけで虫唾が走るんだよ。だからただ見ているだけでいい。我々の行為は受けるべきだ。だって楽だし慣れてることじゃないか。思い出せ。いつでもお前たちは時間と物に縛られた世界であがき、結局考えるふりだけで何もしてこなかっただろう。だからこの世界には無駄が増えすぎた。そうは思わないか。
Okay. That was a hell of a spiel. Alright, so... It doesn't say anything about this being like a requirement. So we'll just do this and then we'll go back and then do hers. And then that mission will have a bigger choice. Is this the one where we have to shoot the fucking buildings? Yeah.
飛行船を海上に着水させ被害を最小限に抑える。飛行船の進路上において障害となる建造物を全て破壊せよ。
Take a peek. And we'll go back and help her out. Her personal deal.
身勝手な紛争の次は無神経で傲慢なテロ。なんだっていうの？人間なんていつまでもバカなことばっかりに頭使ってる。
ユーピオの便利屋家業に閉店はないってさ。
Engage. Bullseye.
I don't remember what the story was in the Western version. I think it was just like some ship was just like fucking, there's like an error or something going off course, so you had to do the same thing. It was definitely not like some giga terrorist attack. It's pretty bad. That's completely completely different. Ooh! Thought I'd be able to pull up hard enough. Overdose.
Engage.
I ran out of missiles, man. We had to blow up the chimney the old-fashioned way. Mission's a lot of waiting if it's like the original, or not the original, the shitty version. But doubt they changed it. Probably could have picked something tankier, honestly. Less mobility. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they would have been popular just because of the military cool bullshit going on, but then again, who knows? You know, the advertising and competition. I mean, the PS1 was flush for shit. Those stories and games were starting to get bigger, right? Definitely wasn't like a necessity, but shit like Metal Gear and all the JRPGs being even more popular. Having like pretty much a pure jet gameplay game might have been not as easy to advertise. I don't know. I'm just making shit up, really. I've always personally thought of it as kind of like a cult series. I feel like Wings of Steve is the one that feels like it's actually got to be hitting more mainstream than you'd expect. Yeah, I imagine they had like zero, like we were talking about, zero faith in it being like a big enough thing. But I wonder if it's because they just wouldn't sell much anyways, or because they thought those aspects of it wouldn't sell. Otherwise it would sell about as well as any other one, which would be enough. Yeah, it might have been like, you know, it'll sell, but not like worth like all the redubbing and stuff. Like I said, honestly, I feel like that's part of it, but I feel like it's just as much that people just, like, was a Western audience gonna want to read a bunch of dialogue about like a political, like, fucking like corporate dystopian future with anime cutscenes and Japanese voice acting? Like, sadly, probably not, right? I mean, the only thing anime that was like mainstream would be like a fucking Miyazaki movie that wasn't on like Toonami, like Dragon Ball or other shonen, right? Like you could watch Standalone Complex on like an Adult Swim or something, but I don't even know at this point in time if that was a thing as much. I'd say it's almost more than PS2 era. You started having like a bit more serious anime showing up in places. I mean, you gotta think, like, even in the SNES era, all the box art would change from, like, anime to, like, Western guys fucking with rippling fucking goofy muscles and shit. Yeah, Pokemon, but Pokemon is them having fun being goofy. It's sort of like a cartoon, right? It has anime aesthetics, but yeah, it's not like Ghost in the Shell or something, right? I feel like it's a bunch of things, and the last thing they were worried about was putting the game's best foot forward, regardless of like general like trends, especially because it would cost any amount of money. Because I mean, I feel like the amount of voice acting and stuff in this is not unheard of on the PS1, but pretty it's not par for the course for sure. Love in his heart. Was it the same studio who did the Pokemon anime? I don't remember. That's funny. I love the old Berserk anime. I wish they had kept going. The Samano music and shit.
大丈夫か？それにしたってその場限りのテロが相手じゃ俺たちにもどうしようもないよな。紛争がやっと沈静化してきたと思ったらこれだ。ま、お互い休めるときにしっかり休もうや。
ここだけの話ってやつここでしてもいいかな。私ここのところずっと悩んでることがあって。ねえ、聞いてもらうだけでいい？少し勝手に喋らせて。実は私にとってたった一人の肉親と言える姉のこと。両親を失ってからどんどん二人で会うことが少なくなっていったんだけど、最近になって連絡が来て突然私にユーピをやめろって言い出して。そうそう、実は姉さん今ニューコムにいて、お互いがいつ殺し合うことになるかもしれない関係でいたくないって。確かにそれは私もそう。
.1's pretty good for back then.
今はまだユーピをというかサーフを抜けてしまいたくもないから。でチームのあなたに、あ、誰か来た。また連絡しますから。じゃあ。
Take a quick piss. Go back to the arena mission. I mean, what we could do is just have this be the branch point. Continue on the dick suck path and then do the arena one otherwise. I mean, technically the arena one was the one we passed. What was the dick suck path? I don't know. Oh, I thought I picked it. Alright, we'll just reload it if we need to. Paper Tiger. Forgetting what all my fucking missions were. Fragile Cargo, one we just did. Save over that. reload. I'll be right back. A little under 1.1, just like a little bit more sales. I mean, I'm sure they just want to like go up forever, but what was like average sales at the time? I feel like being in the millions even today is not too damn bad, depending on the scale, right? $93rd best-selling PS1 game. That's not like too horrible, considering how many games are on the PS1 over like the N64 and shit. It really depends on the budget. I mean, I imagine this game was way pricier to make than AC2. So, and they remade a lot of shit. This isn't like Armored Core 1 to Phantasma to Master of Arena, where it's like asset flips pretty much. And like expansions. I'm sure it didn't sell as good as they would have hoped for the investment, but like, it doesn't seem like a gigabomb, but it depends on what they put into it too, right? Like nowadays, AAA doesn't even fucking, it's like a failure if it's not selling like, you know, 30 fucking million copies. I mean, not literally, I don't know what it generally, your averages are, but you know, if they're not selling like crazy huge numbers, then they're a failure, right? Because the ROI is crazy, right? I mean, you spend what, $400 million on Gears of War EDA, the chances of you making it with $1 million's not enough, right? Yeah, for sure. Like, I get why they did it, but it's like also they're selling the game full price with less of the stuff, not even just story, but less of the missions. I mean, that's kind of, I'm kind of clipped on that. At that point, just don't fucking do it. Because you're just kind of ripping people off, but whatever. Some people would probably say, I guess, at least there was something. I don't know. Yeah, you wouldn't get away with it today. Back then, it's because people probably didn't know, right? You could, it's just ignorance, right? Not like purposeful, it's just you just don't know. They can get away with it because like nobody's gonna find out. I mean, hell, I didn't even really. I mean, it was an old game, but like, yeah, nowadays it's like it's a global communities that with like, you know, unified marketing and everybody talks and knows shit. So. Yeah, exactly. You only knew what like a magazine might tell you or your buddies, right? And they weren't getting info about what AC3 was like.
詳しい目的に関しては暗号化して送っておいた作戦情報に従うように。今回も些細なミスの許されない超法規的活動である。心してほしい。以上。
Alright. Let's load up. Oh yeah, that's cute on the front. They show what missions you've done, I guess. I'll just download. Having the separate account and save thing is kind of cute. It's something new. I mean, the VNs do, right? The VN saves everything you've done, but the actual state you're in and like a route is individual. Like it knows if you've read every little bit of dialogue or not. So we want to do milk there. We'll rock this one and then we'll just continue on and make a normal save for the Scylla one here. Oh yeah, that's cool. That was funny. N64 was rough on that. You had the memory packs, but there wasn't really ways to like transfer to other memory packs unless you had a game that let you transfer stuff onto that game and then off of it. So there's like really shitty games like Cruising USA and stuff that don't really have like a whole lot going on, so they have all this spare space to be like control pack transfer games and stuff like that. I never had a control pack transfer game, or if I did, I didn't ever really need it. I don't think I ever filled up all my saves or cared about that. But some cartridges had their own saves on them. So. Yeah, I remember that. PS2 is similar. Could you just hold a button on PS2, or was it always just the default boot up with no disc? On GameCube you could hold Z, or was it A? If you hold A on the boot up, it'll like let you access the saves and everything. If you hold Z, you get a funny sound when you boot up. Cute. Obviously, when you get into like the Wii era, it's all like front ends and shit.
Take off.
緊急事態だ。匿名の犯行声明による事件が発生した。直ちに帰還せよ。
ごめんなさい。私は行きます。今ならまだ戻れます。大丈夫。気にしないで。一人で大丈夫だから。
Where'd she go?
攻撃してくるようなら反撃し制圧せよ。
Intercept.
こんな時こんなところでどうしてゼネラルが出てくるの？邪魔。
Bullseye.
やはりお前レナか。
Bravo.
まさかどうしてここに今あなたなんかがいるの？
翼を取り戻しに来た。
あれは私のあなたのものじゃない。またそうやってあなたはいつもそうやって絶対渡さない。もう誰にもナイトレーベンは渡さない。
Is she talking about some kind of crazy mental ability to do plans, or what's Night Raven? Music.
Bingo.
Kino music. Oh, yeah. I mean, did they hope that you'd play CDs from it? It's kind of like the PS2. A big part of the PS2's success is that it was just a fucking DVD player, a cheap DVD player, and that it could do extra things on top of that, probably just sweeten the fucking deal. I don't know if that was part of the plan with the PS1, or if that was just an incidental thing that people could make use of. The Night Raven. My human experimentation. That's what it seems like, but he's talking about getting his wings. He's already flying the crazy black plane. I don't know if it's a more mental thing or what. Who knows? Music's cool though. Mysterious ass music. Circling each other like psychos.
Caution. Stall.
撃隊を確認。
Mission
直ちに
accomplished.
帰還せよ。
If I come in, some of the directors thought it was charged them to do video games on the PS1 team. Just want to know this pro FPS. There's no cheaper to remove the separate audio connector. Okay. That's kind of more like a legacy reputational thing. And then once it became big enough, I feel like, okay, whatever.
着陸します。以上。
Love sneezing. Mysterious developments of the Night Raven.
Nice landing.
You say so, lady.
今回の命令違反に関しては、侵入したゼネラルリソース機撃退の功績により特別に不問とする。ただし、作戦外行動について早急に報告書を提出せよ。
Alright, now we make a proper save for another
どうしてなのか
big mix up here.
実は私自身にもわからない。ただ私に似ているあなたなら分かってくれるって思えたから。ありがとう。今回の件、フライトレコーダーからあなたの行動をすべて消去しておきました。だから忘れてください。それから報告書は私が提出しておきます。
Oh yeah, what was like what would happen with, was it War Thunder? Or World of Tanks or something? Where people were actually like leaking government documents and stuff to get the tanks, to discuss how the accuracy of the tanks and all that shit in the forums. Oh yeah, I mean they know their shit. And somebody who makes the actual plans is someone who knows their shit too. They don't have to get it down to the nails or anything to still have like a general idea.
詳しい目的に関しては暗号化して送っておいた作戦情報に従うように。今回も些細なミスの許されない超法規的活動である。心してほしい。以上。
So I wonder if the other route still can happen. It doesn't say anywhere that it can't. We'll see if we get the choice when we get to it. Or if this is just a bonus mission. You could never know these.
ゼネラルリソースとニューコムを一時停戦させた 我がユーピオのクラクソン代表が停戦調停のため専用機でレイニー岬に向かうことになった。エリックと共に同機の護衛を命ずる。また機内の護衛としてフィオナが代表と同行する。本作戦は極秘任務であるため少数精鋭による隠密行動を旨とする。以上。
Drop this thing again for fun. Less mobile but more attack, whatever that means. Crazy. That's crazy they made that and it was even like possibly I could keep them in the green. Or maybe it didn't, it was just pure passion. Maybe they charge extra for the game.
なんで俺たちだけしか護衛機がいないんだ。いくら極秘にしてもおかしいと思うだろう。
しっかりしなさい。クラークソン代表はしっかりガードするから、二人は空を頼むわよ。
Engage.
We're actually in the electrosphere, the real thing. No more bamboozling here. Kirikino. We actually know what the electrosphere is now, among other things. Sooner or later we'll be on missions I'm not done. Well, there's already been a
ゼネラル機が複数接近しつつある。直ちに迎撃態勢を取れ。
こうやってゼネラルにはしっかりバレバレじゃねえか。
何なの？
ウィー、ジャミングかよ。ウィー、気をつけろ。答えろ。
Yeah, what a crazy thing though. What a fucked regional difference. It was interesting playing a little bit just to see how fucked it was. Even if that was not the original intent there. Stall. That's not stalling. Already going for him. I'm like fucking playing with this one guy for like fucking eons. Man. Yeah, exactly. And then I get bamboozled. The re-rate plus one is just pretty fucking bad. The electrosphere one's way worse. Crazy enough. We were talking about it earlier. I mean, the justifications for it and stuff. You could see the justifications, but I don't like. It's like Klutz is in. I'd almost rather them just not have fucking put it out if they're gonna just destroy the game, or at least put it out at like half the fucking price, right? But I mean, that's the thing. Is like back then, it's like you could just get away with that shit because like who knew, right? And nowadays, everybody would be talking. You can get away with other shit, but this guy is fucking. This guy is a fucking slippery guy, dude. And he's not going for the plane, so that's good, I guess.
Bullseye. Mission accomplished.
Huh. I did not get a choice there. Unless we get something else after now.
目標に接近しました。
レナ、来てくれたのか。助かった。
作戦の変更だ。今回の専用機の行動はクラークソン代表とフィオナによるスパイ活動だということが明らかになった。護衛の任務を解除。専用機を撃墜せよ。
了解しました。
待てよ、あそこにはフィーがいるんだ。本気かレナ。待て、撃つな、やめろ。
その事実の確認は不可能。命令を優先します。
いや、通信機はジャミングで壊れてんだ。なあ、フィー、答えろ。
目標はあなたに任せます。
俺はフィーを助ける。
Our choice here is shoot it down, or allow Random to shoot it, or shoot down the allied R1OE. Okay, so if we want to be dick suck, we're gonna go ahead and blow up Fiona here. Alright, Fiona. It's over, bro. A cruel world. Good cutscene. Ooh. Didn't get all this. The Western version either. And after this, we're just on the path, man.
目標消滅確認。これより帰還します。
了解。空中給与を受け帰還せよ。
給油機の接続準備が整いました。適正位置まで前進願います。
Refuel.
What? They added this. They didn't add. They got rid of this in the fucking Western one. Get a nice little docking thing to help you out here. Just got rid of that as a joke, I guess. Just for fun. I feel like Keith's gonna be mad, bros.
専用機の撃墜を確認した。クラークソン代表のスパイ行為の内容については現在調査中だ。
This be a running save. Let's do. We getting into the Dis 2 shit.
Communication interrupted. Decrypting urgent message.
今回の速やかな任務遂行には心から感謝している。
Like Park's not the
そ
most
して同僚の死はあくまでも悲しむべきことである。そこで私は
above the board guy.
彼女自身や残された家族のためにも UPO 側から今後一切彼女の行ったスパイ行為について何も言及しないことをすでに決定した。彼女は優秀だった。しかし事故で死んだ。私も君も同僚の思い出にはそれだけで十分だ。いいな。ところで今後は今まで以上に君の力が必要になる機会が増えてくることだろう。
Don't worry, he's a good guy.
働きに見合った待遇を惜しまない主義だ。
He just killed his
期待
boss.
している。
Information download complete. File deleted.
He's on that signal chat, bro.
Communication interrupted. Receiving emergency broadcast.
すべての配信コマンドを通じてニュース速報をお伝えします。ユーピオの代表議員で先のゼネラルリソースとニューコムによるフェイスパーク紛争でも両者の代表を平和的な解決のテーブルに座らせた功労者として知られるガブリエル・ W ・クラークソン代表を乗せたユーピオ専用機の墜落がつい先ほど確認された模様です。現場はランバート地区付近の山中で半径5キロにわたって専用機のものとみられる残骸が散乱しています。乗員乗客の安否については機体の損傷度から見ても絶望的な見通しです。現場では地元警察とユーピオが協力し現場付近での捜索活動を続けています。同機は今日午後1時ユーピオ本部のあるニューアーク空港からクラークソン代表を乗せ離陸、メリトン地域緊張緩和協議会が開催されるケイプレイニー空港に向かう途中でした。墜落の原因についてユーピオでは同機のフライトレコーダーが回収されるのを待ち救命を急ぎたいとのこと。特別専用機の墜落というショッキングなニュースについて同機の整備と警備を担当していたユーピオ治安維持部隊のパーク氏はまだ信じられない。これから自分も現地に向かい代表の捜索指揮を
can't believe it.
墜落の原因についても一刻も早く究明したいとのコメントを発表。あまりに突然の出来事に困惑の表情を隠しきれない様子でした。
Oh, he's a good actor.
どちらにしても長年ユーピオの顔として代表委員を務め、新勢力のニューコムとも強力なパイプ
I love all like the news broadcasts and shit, talking heads and pundits and shit.
今後大きな影響が出るのは間違いないですね。特にユーピオの体質自体が変化するのは避けられないでしょう。
具体的にはどんな変化が起こるのですか？
クラークソン代表の死後、ユーピオ内部で強硬派として知られるパーク氏が事実上の最高司令官となることで、以前のユーピオではほとんど見られなかった武力介入による治安維持や紛争解決といった手段を取る可能性が。
Maybe he's less in bed with the other companies possibly, or one of them, but more he wants an iron fist authoritarian thing.
ブランカはどう？ニュース見たろ？あれ事故だってな。それであれから俺考えたんだ。あの時何が行われたのか。どうして俺とお前だけであの任務に就いたのか。なぜレナはあんな後になって着いたのか。誰がいて誰がいなかったのか。誰にとってあれは必要だったのか。俺たち利用されたんだ。クラークソン代表をやるためパーク司令は。
Information download. File deleted.
He's getting too close, man. He's saying all the wrong things, really. Alright, we are locked in. That is linear from here. Once again, if you guys want to see what I am going by, this is a very VN. We are now in the left side here, mission 10 through whatever. And then we'll go back and do the endings and people online recommend a certain order. It's you pretty much just go off of A, B, D, pretty much some of the numbered orders. That's just what some people online said. They went through enough effort to make a recommended route order, so. No, we're just gonna go off of that. Ready. Let's continue. So are we gonna turn into like fucking like played authoritarian, just like fucking big military might makes right kind of people? Find out. Maybe.
ゼネラルリソース所有のホワイトバレー空軍基地に向けてニューコムの高高度攻撃機の出撃が確認された。クラークソン代表のいない現在、両者の戦闘は歯止めが効かない状況だ。これ以上のエスカレートを招かぬよう早急に両者の武力衝突を鎮圧せよ。
You'd hope this guy's gonna start hiring new people, man. Bam, the Sioux! Armored from Ace comment. I keep saying armored clips, but keep talking about it. Like me some shoe. It's good. It's power.
Intercept.
何のために俺こんなことやって。
ただ飛ぶため決まってるじゃない。
I like Keith questioning everything. Her just kind of a very fucking different deal on the whole thing.
Caution. Stall. Caution. Stall.
Oh, really? That's crazy. Surely I wasn't getting moving too much. Isn't that stuff like pretty heavy duty on the body? Wasn't this mission in the last one where we like got sent to space or whatever? On like a rocket? At least in the stratosphere? Maybe that's still one later. It was like with a particular vehicle made for like getting high up. Maybe I chose the wrong vehicle.
Update target. Bingo.
Yeah, probably not. The minor controlling. Sounds like a thing to try to get people more comfortable and gung-ho about like the military and shit. Of course, like a propaganda tool. I doubt they just thought it'd be fun to do. Come on in, isn't that crazy? At that point, they'd just be giving people passenger flights on like a biplane or some shit. Still, that'd be quite the interesting ride. I doubt it's a thing anymore, surely. Definitely not right now. A little propaganda, a little cash money, a little, oh my god, look how scary and powerful Russia is.
Mission accomplished.
The exchange, yeah, equivalent exchange. I'll rewrite ya. Bingo, 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 bingo.
空を目指す翼があればいつまでもこうしてここで生きるためなら何でもしてやる。
そのためなら仲間でも撃ち落とすのかよ。
その通りだわ。いい？私たちにもともと翼なんてない。この空が嫌ならその羽自分で今すぐもげばいい。
レナ、泣いてるのか？
You could still fly and not kill your friends?
作戦は成功。両者の戦闘は鎮圧された。
Pretty sure you go to space in this already, but yeah, you're definitely not a Gundam. That's a little extra. I mean, we definitely need a spin-off for that.
ニューコムの最前線である宇宙。そこには人類が空へ空へ高く高くその望みを求めた技術の結晶が漂う。しかし今や戦いの火種は虚空の果てにまで移ろうと。
私飛び続けられるのならこの先どんな罪でも背負おうと思っているのは本当よ。いつか力尽きてしまうその時が来るまで。
Like your mind is
こ
compromised,
れだけ
lady.
は信じて。フィーのことは今さら何を言っても無駄だよね。
Fee is what? Is she all good, man, in the electrosphere? Oh yeah, the show? Or the movies? Show's a good time. Movies not so much. Art.
クラークソン、この力、お前には楽しむことのできないものだ。
パークよ、執務室の居心地はどうだ。まったくお前らしいやり方だな。
何のことですかね。私は自らの任務に忠実でありたいと常に。
黙れ。お前の任務はあくまでも我らと共にあることを忘れたのか。
Is he supposed to be Illuminati?
我らにとって まだ必要だったクラークソン代表なき者とするなどと己の器を知れ。ゼネラルを裏切りニューコムにも捨てられたお前にチャンス与えたのは誰だ。お前が何のためにそこにいるのかもう一度考えるのがいい。戻るべき場所を失いたくないのならな。
戻る場所だと今の私にそんなものはない。
Yeah, there's the remakes or whatever. Evangelion 1.0, 2.0, 3.33 or whatever, and then 4.0. They're not good. I mean, there's nice visuals in them, but you definitely just watch the show and then the fucking end of Evangelion movie. Just the proper ending to the show. Evangelion's cool. I like the character stuff. We rewatched it a few years ago now on Discord. Yeah, they've got another something coming out, another show coming out that Yoko Taro's doing. Yeah, I always hear about that one. And watch it later.
我々ユーピオはニューコムの要請を受け同機種の防衛に当たる。直ちに出撃しゼネラルリソースの進行を阻止せよ。
And the order you do these missions is totally different. I wouldn't be surprised if the space thing doesn't end up being until like way later. It's like a cool like surprise deal. And they just fucking blow their load early in the Western version.
Intercept.
I haven't really played much more since I finished up with the base stuff. My backlog's just been fucking crazy, so... But I had a good time with it. You've been doing more of it? Have they put out the new seasons and shit yet? Yeah, I figured you probably haven't much chance to play anything.
Update target. Warning.
PoE for a couple hours a day, yeah. I imagine for a good few months you won't be able to have any time. Oh, nice. Yeah, have you been watching a lot of stuff with the baby? That's what my buddy does, is watch movies. That's what we're about to go do. We're gonna go watch a movie and take care of the baby.
Bingo.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
Bingo. Bullseye. Mission accomplished.
Yeah, they got that Freya one coming out, so can catch up, I guess. Yeah, might as well be comfortable, or, you know, what's stopping you from playing when you have the kid is just availability, and then smart TVs or handhelds or something. Definitely a good thing to do. I've heard about the thing made by the Stranger Things people, but yeah, I haven't watched. I only watched the first season of Stranger Things already. I've got shows and movies I want to hit up for sure. But, yeah, that shit's even more fucked than my normal backlog.
ニューコムの力、この戦争はもう止められないのか。
星を目指す光、大きい。
I feel like Raina's just fucked. Eric's the only voice of fucking reason right now.
ゼネラルリソースの攻撃を阻止。ニューコムのロケットは無事軌道に乗った。
今のユーピョは本気で治安維持をしようとしていると思うか？クラークソン亡き後、俺たちはただパーク指令の手先となっているだけじゃないのか？そんなことさえ今までの俺は考えたことがなかった。レナのように自分が飛ぶための目的なんて持ってすらなかった。ただ少しずつ見え始めた。この戦いが撃つべきもの、持つべきもの。遅すぎたのかもしれない。でも
I agree with you, buddy,
お
but
疲れ様。
being
ニュ
a
ーコムの
dick
ロケッ
suck.
ト見た？科学によって人を空の向こうにまで
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about that, but I haven't really got to watch much.
いつか誰かが想像した
That's a multiplayer like friend swap one, right?
私たちってそこに作られただけの小さな存在だけど、その力が私に翼をくれたってことだけは信じられるから。
Is it kind of like a... Just guessing. Like a... What is the name of that shit? Prop hunt type of thing? Hide and seek? Okay. Like a prop hunt, like standalone prop hunt like type of thing. Oh, it's praying.
止めろ。拡大。明るく。プリント。
Is that Rena? Who's that?
できました。こちらです。
このパイロット。
Stealth vehicular? Or is there somebody else?
何？ナイトレーベンが消えた。
Night Raven has disappeared. Yeah, it sounds like one I'd enjoy watching. Surprised people that I follow haven't played it yet. Or maybe they have and I missed it. I like watching me some friend slop. Do you like play with randos or like your wife or some buddies?
緊急連絡。我が軍が保管していた極秘研究ユニットが何者かによって奪取された。現在、その極秘研究ユニットは解体され、配線上を走行列車で運搬されている。全力でこの極秘研究ユニットを奪回せよ。
Oh damn, that's a big group. You gonna be gaming with your son? Gotta get him on the good shit. Hopefully, hell yeah. Tommy's gonna get him on all the crazy anime titty games. Get him to farm for you. I raised you, I know, I put you to work. It's like back in the old days. You had a kid so that they could farm, like real farming. Now you fucking get them farming in gotchas. That's cool though. I'm sure that'd be really fun. We gotta do like a longer run out here. I've done this mission on the Western version too. I gotta go really far out. And super slow. Overestimating how quickly it's moving. We barely made it the first time I did this, though. There we go.
Mission accomplished.
Oh yeah, we've talked about sims and stuff before. Yeah, if I had like infinite money and space, like a VR setup with like a sim thing going on, would be crazy. Like a really cool race thing. Even like a flight sim, I mean, you can do all sorts of shit. I'm sure some of that stuff is like, can be used between them. At least like the immersion parts of it. Probably not the controllers though.
極意研究ユニットの奪回は成功した。今回の事件に関しては現在調査中だ。
Yeah, exactly. Although there is probably something about having the wheel in front of you as you're driving. So, I mean, with a really good screen setup, that might be even more immersive. Seeing yourself hit the pedals, not just feeling them and shit. Man. But I don't know. Maybe VR is still just better than screens. Regardless of that, I'd have to have my hands on two good setups.
当時ゼネラルからニューコムへの独立を図ろうとしたグループに接触。公式だけの頭しか持たない科学バカたちに組織の取引ってやつを教えたのもうまい。しかし科学バカどもはニューコムとして正式にゼネラルから離れることになると暗い過去を清算し始めた。そしてあんたはゼネラルを裏切った主犯として売られた。なぜこんなものが誰だ何者だ。裏切り者には復讐がよく似合う。どうだい、あんたの持ち駒で前時代のルールをひねり潰す革命に参加してみる気はないか。誰なんだ。
Who are you? I don't know.
かつてゼネラルに殺されたことのある男さ。
Once murdered by General. Are they fucking like bringing people back to life and shit? Copying them over? Real sports? Yeah. Yeah, my parents did that too. And I'm just playing video games. But hey, that's what's cool. Giving the kids the opportunity to find what they like is such a huge thing. It's cool parenting.
それでも俺は最後まで見届けるつもりだ。そして一体誰が何のためにこんなことを始めたのか知る。それが自分にとって現時点でサーフの持つ意味だと思う。
最近の命令って治安の維持としては変じゃない。こんな状況でそれって絶対おかしい。近いうちに必ず何かあるはず。あの男パーク司令には気をつけた方がいい。
Oh shit, Park's not exactly the most fucking cool dude. We got people blackmailing Park. Park's blowing up his own boss. He's got the Illuminati with him. We're just fucking like dogs right now. Maybe we'll blow him up at the end. I mean, there's no more choices in this round. So we'll see. Maybe a fucking diggity dog to the end or something else. Yeah, I saw that. I don't know. I think it was some of the same people creating it. Well, I still have to watch the original. I'll try to do that before Edgerunners 2. The orbital laser. Executive Director of General Resource Ltd. He's a big general guy, not the Illuminati. Although, I mean, maybe there's some under the hood stuff going on there between everyone. I'll definitely try to catch that. I got the Cyberpunk. What is Cyberpunk 2, I guess they're working on, but that's with a different studio. It's still CD Projekt Red, but I think it's an American branch they're starting up just for it. Cyberpunk. Good Cyberstonks games. The human organ trafficking warlord simulator or whatever. that was a stonk game, space stonk game I played. Yeah, I liked Cyberpunk. I mean, I didn't play it on release. I played it after they kind of fixed it all up. But that was really immersive, and I liked a lot of the crazy builds you could get, and all the stories and stuff. Not like it's not without its little issues, but as far as open world games, I liked it quite well. But I like that kind of setting a lot too. So. Oh, okay. There's a pre-release then. Gotcha.
現在も増殖を続けており、非常に危険な状態だ。直ちに対処しなければならないが、目標のナノバイトは微小で目視することができない。レーダーで探知し、ナノバイト中和剤 ANB を投下、駆除せよ。
They only let me have the bomb. In the other version. We're getting close to doing all the missions I've already done in the Western version.
Eradicate virus. Caution, virus alert. Caution, virus alert. Caution, virus alert. Caution, virus alert. Bullseye. Bullseye.
The rearm time's pretty long on this.
Bullseye. Bullseye. Bullseye.
virus.
Virus alert.
The bomb's got a pretty good radius, so really we could probably hit in between these and be fine. We'll see. Oh, good deal. Yeah, most of what I've been watching is a lot of YouTube stuff. Little series or just kind of game shit or discussion. So it's always one of my go-tos, or like people's VODs or something. I'm always like so hung up on getting immersed and I get pretty addicted to watching shit though. Sometimes I'm just looking for like something more, something I can take a little piecemeal or not really have to dedicate so much of myself to it. Since I do so much streaming, I put like so much into the streaming already. I'm just like, I'll just watch a little video or something. I've been reading a little bit, but I need to be reading some more. Yeah, so far they've added some like different, not added, they removed in the Western version different phases to some of these. Some of them more story focused, some of them honestly were actually just more gameplay. I mean, obviously they got rid of like the 20 plus missions or whatever. Of the base game. But beyond that, some of the missions themselves, outside of just story stuff, have lost a lot of shit. Pretty crazy. Oh, this is new. Obviously. 80%. Why was she getting so close? Was she supposed to be an ace, man? Hit her plane with an A and B. Okay, sure. Alright, bro.
Update target.
It's gonna be hard. Up a little too much speed.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah. She's already got some issues, man. The nanomachine virus, probably not the most spicy of additions to the cocktail. Reconstructed and made her a machine. The hell are these things doing, bro? We're definitely gonna get into some transhumanism shit on the other routes, or maybe even this route.
生まれた時から
Considering all the
一度も
weirdness
太陽の
going on.
光を浴びたことがない。そん
Baby.
な病気はまだほんの子供だった私に生きる意味を失わせるには十分だった。近所の公園に出るのにまるで宇宙旅行にでも出かけるような姿にならなければならなかった。やがて外の世界から隔離されたように自分自身によって心まで閉ざしてしまうまで、そう長い時間はかからなかった。そんな時あの人に出会った。エレクトロスフィアの持つ力とその可能性を教えてくれた。その出会い、私を普通の人間として扱ってくれた最初の人のことを私は心から信じていた。体こそ触れ合うことはできないけれど、だからこそ心はスフィアの向こうで誰よりも分かり合っているつもりだった。あの人のためだったら何でもできた。いつ滅んでもいいと思っていた肉体なんてどうなってもよかった。たったそれだけのことで彼が持っている翼を私も手にできるのなら。
The plug.
それは間違っていた。私が始まりだと思っていた時こそあの人にとっては終わりの時だった。あの男ディジョンが手にしたかったのは私なんかじゃなかった。こんなにも弱いからこそ被験者となり得た私の体だけ。また私は私自身の体に裏切られ、その時心に決めていたの。人間としての心まで捨てて手に入れたこの翼だけは絶対に離さないって。
Is
だけどね、私少し分かった。今までずっと私にとって翼が心の全てだと思っていたんだ。でもそれは違うよね。私が人間でいる限り心はちゃんとここにあるって。だからこれから私少し強くなろうと思う。翼がなくても空は飛べるってね。
sure. Using the jet thing as a crutch for a living, probably not the best. So was Honey Dijon Mustard guy? He just wanted her body because he was getting old. I know that was like part of his deal at the beginning, is he's like an older pilot, so you kind of run your ability or whatever to do anything. That's the pilot pretty early.
続きまして、
I don't know, are we gonna mind swap or not?
56分、ゼネラルリソースのアルデア・カルロス・ナシメント常務が
Possible.
急性心不全のため亡くなりました。75歳でした。
Heard that's what it
ナシメント
was.
常務はここ数年にわたって数回の心臓移植を受けていたそうです。つい最近も同社が開発した人工心臓を自らの希望で移植していたとのこと。死因もどうやら人工心臓のネットワークに接続されていた自動制御プログラムが何らかの原因で暴走したことによるものとみられ、関係者の間でも大きな波紋を呼んでいます。事故の他にテロの可能性も含め、同社では大規模な調査が現在も行われています。繰り返しお伝えします。たった今入った情報によりますと、
Revolutionary. Sure, bud. I might not be around when you get back, but thanks for the chat, bud.
これでユーピオを使わずして対戦が始まる。
邪魔者は消えた。この漁夫の利高くつくぞ。
いつからいた？分かっている。ユーピオのアイドルはお前にくれてやる。早く革命とやらでこのユージアを焼き尽くせ。そしてゼネラルとニューコムの焼け野原に立つのは
He's such a much more typical money grubbing power guy. I feel like it's not gonna quite work out for him long term. I'll do a couple more, see where I'm at. I need to be somewhere in 40 minutes. So take 10 minutes to get there. I want to get ready and shit. Maybe even just one more. We'll do some more tonight, I think. Unless I'm there for a while and then I have like work or something tomorrow. But I think we're gonna Monday work anymore. I don't know. We'll see what happens. For darkness. Darkness of Enigma. Damn. A research project. Next generation fighter, Night Raven, the cultivation of pilots with implanted opto-neuron systems. Human plus. They got hurt. He's like augmented neural net inside of her and all that shit. Improve the brain or whatever the fuck for flight. Coffin. A full sensory deprivation, or visual deprivation thing. But do they even control it like a normal fucking jet? What would that be in there? But there's a lag to it. Is that what anybody's doing? I don't think so. Or maybe somebody is. I don't think so. I think the implication is they're actually in the jets. Maybe not always.
ゼネラルリソースの内紛が両者の全面戦争へ発展する可能性が出てきた。大事に至る前に兵器工場を攻撃し、ゼネラルリソースの行動を牽制する。なお、本作戦では実戦投入テストを兼ねて新たに配備されたニューコム製コフィンオルシラスに登場してもらう。またレーダー網のか乱用に ECM 空中空母スフィルナを同行させジャミングとの同時攻撃を展開する。以上、諸君の健闘を祈る。
A really early mission for we didn't use this thing. This thing's pretty statted up outside one of the most important things of mobility. So this thing's got a coffin in it. The pulse laser, spread bomb, short range missile, ground missile. I assume this just drops like a bomb, like a carpet bomb. Pause the game. Love the titles, man.
でもニューコムのカラーリングのままで飛んでいいの？
Engage.
ジャミング開始します。
Jamming. Bullseye.
Let's hope the buildings don't get in the way.
Bullseye. Missile alert. Bullseye.
I did not do this mission like this before. Yeah. Just turn a little bit. Granted, you probably got a lot more missiles shot at you in this more often. You also have a lot more missiles to use yourself. Got like fucking hundreds of missiles right now. Or could I just like stealth that the whole time or something? That's the implication. I was supposed to stay like really far up. I don't get it. A little too high. Yeah, just give it a little twist and you're good.
Mission over.
作戦終了。直ちに郵票本部へ帰還せよ。
着陸します。
Landing.
Nice landing.
Thanks. Yeah, luckily, no crazy missiles that do 90-degree turns and blow you up instantly. Big fat D. It's probably because I was in stealth the whole way or something.
Communication interrupted. Receiving emergency broadcast.
あの作戦は罠だったんだ。パークのやつ、俺たちに世界大戦を起こさせやがった。
確かなの？ニューコムとゼネラルを戦わせるだけ戦わせてどうする気？
もちろんユージア全土、いや世界をパークが統治するつもりだろう。
Naturally. I mean, I guess he's in a position. He is the head of one of the bigger military forces. Sounds funny when he says it, but I guess they've kind of backed it up. How,
はい、こちらはポートエドワーズ上空まで数キロを飛んでいるところでご覧になれますでしょうか。ポートエドワーズから黒煙がいくつも上がっています。その上空ではニューコム、ゼネラルリソース両企業の基地より出撃した多数の戦闘機の姿が。あ、また爆発です。ものすごい音がしました。皆さんに私の声が届いて。
はい、スタジオです。
Jesus, that's
ここ
some
でもう一
fucking
度今までの情報を
world-class
整理し、
reporting,
繰り
man.
返しお伝えすることにしましょう。
I don't know if I'd be in a
本日午後
fucking
ユージア
helicopter,
の
but
ポートエ
man.
ドワーズで
Yeah.
ゼネラルリソースとニューコムが交戦状態に突入しました。そしてその戦いは現在も続いています。 NUN 新国際連合では事態を解決するためユーピオの治安維持部隊の派遣を決定。
Back in Port Edwards after we just fucking blew it up. Alright. I'm gonna slow down here just in case there's like a huge story development or a lot of time on this mission because I only really got like 20 minutes here. Let's assume that I walk out the door then. I mean, I don't need to be. I like it. Well, cool. Yeah, this so far, pretty neat. Way more engaging now that we have like a whole story with fleshed out enough characters and more production value and presentation and like context to the missions. They also build them up a little better. We haven't done any spaceship, but the fucking Western one, you just randomly do like 2 missions that were really similar in the stratosphere with like a certain vehicle and then like a space thing, and then you just kind of come back and do other stuff. I feel like you had less options though still, less customization. This one kind of gives you a lot of stuff pretty quick with different tools, so pretty neat. A lot of extra phases to some of the missions. I mean, some of these I've not done before, but I mean, there's really just no benefit in the Western one. They didn't change anything for the better at all. Like, less options, less stuff, less content, less context, less story. I mean, it's still the same gameplay at its core and like visuals and stuff. Like the fidelity is still nice, but it's just a much worse package. It's like if you want to just gameplay on this one, you can still just like, you know, skip the content. It's not like it's a yes, 100% attention. I mean, you'd still want to have some context for splitting off to different missions and routes, but yeah, looking forward to getting into that. We still got a lot of AC3 ahead of us. This is not a short game at all. We finished each each air combat game, or ace combat game, in like 2 hours before the hour and a half, right? So this has already been longer than that just to get through one round. There's 52 missions. We're at like 15. This route actually only has a few more, but it is what it is. We'll be going the general resources side here next. Which will be cool. Newcom, and there's all sorts of weird little other things apparently within this, so that's where the big endings will be. But yeah, not gonna look too much into that. Have some of that be saved, but yeah, so far cool. Definitely, I would say now, absolutely, it's a leg up over 2, and 2 is such a big leg up over the first one. Add all the story, a story that actually I feel like, you know, maybe not like a constant, like, you know, edge of your seat thriller, is still at least trying to like build out a world and say something about little bits of existence and politics and the news media and like, you know, el capitalismo and all sorts of little shit, right? I mean, obviously it's extremely inspired by like stuff like Ghost in the Shell and a lot of other media at the time, but I feel like it does it in a cool way here and kind of at least owns the world and the feel, and it's kind of got like its own little style too, right? It's not like extremely Hollywood. It's between the UI and like how like text heavy it is, and like, you know, how not flashy a lot of like the different companies like logos and like, you know, telecommunication services and stuff are. They're like very like simple, like, you know, makes them kind of feel a bit more in a way, genuine in a weird way. Like little symbols. I don't know. It's a weird thing to kind of like attach to a little bit, but kind of a neat thing, right? Just how the UI elements or symbols might be. Like, there's a lot of like really boring, simple symbols for like backend services, logos, you know, reality and shit. But like in this, it's like, you know, that's what they look like. In reality, they're used for a bunch of crazy shit in this. So, like the GPS one, it's like a propaganda thing. You can kind of feel a little bit of that nuance throughout some of the little briefs you see and stuff, right? It's cool. It's neat. They're definitely trying something. And for it all to be on the PS1 is pretty cool, right? I mean, all the kind of full-on anime cutscenes or CG cutscenes, the voice acting, everything else on top of a pretty, you know, pretty damn clean feeling jet game with good visuals. I mean, like I said, it almost, fidelity-wise, it almost feels like fucking it could be a PS2 thing. More to see where the series goes from here. Yeah, what a fucking crazy thing with the Western version of this. Absolutely slaughtered. Like, you still at least kind of played the gameplay part of the game, like a little bit, but even then, I mean, we're doing a lot of the missions that we did in the base playthrough, but we'll see. Alright guys, I will catch you. Probably will be back tonight. I'm sure we'll be hanging out for a good while, but probably be back a little later, probably like 5+ hours, I'd imagine, in generous. And then we'll do some more. Depending on if I work or not tomorrow, we'll do a lot more or less more. Either way, I should probably not go get late. I do have a dentist thing. Because of the entire chunk that popped off my tooth somehow. On Tuesdays. Alrighty, bye-bye.